Alright, so this is the power steering pump here. This like tubular can with the drive belt on it. To get this out, you have to first pull out the air compressor conditioner, which doesn't work. The clutch in it is shot, and the bearings are shot. But you don't need air conditioning for the car to work. You do need power steering. So I'm going to try to take out these chassis bolts and move this to the side. After a lot of fiddling and help from my neighbor, we got it out. It took about 2.5 hours. So we had to lift the AC compressor out and then snake it out from down there. This is the mounting rack that it's on. Oh god. This weighs like a lot. Alright, here's the pump. So, to get the top off, which is what we need to do first, we need to remove these two bolts here. Alright, now that these two bolts are loose, the can should just be the can's just press fit. Albeit very tightly, so. Is this even going to move? And there she runs. The outer can is off. Alright. And, yeah, you can see there's so much. So here are our first two seals. We have our copper brass seal. I'm going to put this right back, but here's our copper brass seal. This really doesn't go bad. The rest of the seals are made of fiber, and those obviously rot, so. And you can see that this one just split. It's just very brittle. And now we can see the sheared off bolts. Wonderful. Now, obviously this ain't going to do a whole lot, but we're going to just try to clean up as much fluid as possible here. Alright, so we're going to remove these four bolts, which two of them are sheared off, which is concerning. Oh well, a lot of things about this pump are concerning. This one, we're going to try to use the socket end as much as possible. So this guy was really torquing down on these bolts to get them off, so I'm concerned why everything is a little loose, and that two of the four bolts sheared off, and get these plates off in the correct order, or we're in trouble. Alright. So, as you can see, the top assembly is still in here. We're going to have to kind of hammer that out. Or not. There may be a seal in there, or not. Either way, yeah. Here's our pump assembly. This does come out, but we're going to wait for a second. Yeah, there's a lot of fluid in here, but not as much as I think, and this stuff's thick. Alright. We are going to get these out now. So, we're going to face them towards the pin that's going towards the wall is the pin that's going towards the wall on the actual pump assembly. So there. Now, this is hard because we do not want to lose these. These are all, I think, spring-loaded, and if those go somewhere, you're done. So, and this is heavy. This is American steel. Is this steel? This is just solid. See, this side is where, so just there. Whoosh. I don't like that. Alright. This is part of the base. And there's the pulley. And here's the seal. ASMR, am I right? So, there's the big seal. And this is part of the base. So, one pin will come out, the other one will not. You will destroy it, like the video says, so don't lose that. And that's it. That is all I can do right now. I need a I'm going to try a pulley puller instead of a hydraulic press, because we don't have a hydraulic press. My neighbor doesn't have a hydraulic press, but he has a pulley puller. But yeah, this is really unfortunate. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. We could try to drill it out, but yeah, this might actually be why the pump's leaking, not the seals, because the seals are actually in good shape, so it won't be hard to find new bolts. It's just getting these out. We don't have a lot to work with here. Alright, so apparently we just tap. There we go. And there's our assembly. A lot has changed since you've last seen this. We went to Napa Auto Parts and pressed the pulley out. We tried a pulley puller with my neighbor first, but that didn't work and replaced the bottom seal. So now we're going to start replacing all the seals. We're going to put this back together. So, we also got replacement bolts. For this, we extracted the old bolts. And yeah. Alright, we have the replacement bolts. So, now we're going to put our top piece on. You can actually see the outline. And you can see that this is how we put it on. There we go. Now, here's our second seal to replace. This one here. Ta-da! And so here's our old one, here's our new one. Now, you need to lubricate all your seals with Type F automatic transmission fluid. Now you're like, Jerry, transmission fluid, but it's going in the power steering pump. Well, this was actually made before power steering pump. Power steering pump fluid was conceived, and that's way too much. So let's dump quite a bit of that back in. So yeah. And this also runs on the fluid. So we are just going to, I don't care, I'm just going to stick my fingers in the reservoir. Yeah, I know it'll do crap to my fingers, I'll die, blah blah blah. But we're just going to coat this entire thing with ATF and slip it on here. And there's seal 1. Now we have our springs. In our can. So before we do that, we need to put on this seal. Here we go. This seal doesn't need to be moistened with ATF. It's okay. So gotta line that up there. Alright, now we're going to crank these down, but not too hard. That's probably why the last one snapped. Alright. So now we are going to crank these in a V pattern. Not a V pattern, whatever. A whatever pattern, so. Our final 3 seals go here. So. This is going to go here in replacement of the old seal. Again, it's a fiber seal. We don't need to ATF it. And even though it's probably fine, we're going to replace this brass washer here. And this seal may be actually for the outside. And then the thick man. Oh! Here's the old one, the old man. Give this poor man a break. And now we are going to ATF the new one. Nice and ATF'd. Oh yeah, that one sticks out much better than the old one. Actually, does it? It was just not seated properly. Alright. I don't know what this last seal goes to. I did not count any more seals, so it's time to put the can on. Goodbye, power steering pump. Hopefully for the last time. And now we do the opposite of what we did before. And, pound this thing on. So I'm using a series of clamps to clamp the power steering pump on. Is it gonna work out? The camp. Oh boy, Jerry. Got some interesting words there. The can is seated. So it's seated around the back. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so now we're going to put the... Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Quality. Just kidding. This thing has probably the best quality I've ever seen. Is this what this final one's for? No.
Whoa.
Alright, will it turn?
It's intentionally being really loud, isn't it?
No, this car is carbureted and doesn't have a catalytic converter, so no one can steal it.
Interesting.
Alright,
Right.
here's the moment of truth. Will it? We're checking for a line of dribbles on the driveway. Here we go, boys. And you want to see the power windows? Whoa.
They're playing chicken. These seats are. My shirt is quality.
No, not this one. This one is
His other shirt is quality.
No,
Quality.
This one is quality.